Hello, and we are back to this, and before we continue the actual gameplay, I'm going to finish giving you like the little bit of tips and stuff that I've learned for these maps. This map, really fun. You have to be careful because there are door bombs, and there are holes in some of the walls that the enemies can shoot you through. Despite there being two, I believe there's only two, but there might be three. Pretty sure it's just two. Giant, clear, open hallways. Not really hard to push into, because there's surprisingly more light in this map than it looks like there is. Like, because you're doing this in the middle of the day, and the whole place is lit up because of how many holes there are. The only problem is whenever you're pushing the individual rooms, you have to watch out for the door traps, obviously, which you can also use mirror glasses to find, or just partial open doors. But do keep in mind, only a few maps have these door traps, so keep a mind on that. Sometimes you don't have to worry. Sometimes you really do. Anyway. Yeah, so just watch out for the holes in the walls, which there's a lot, so be careful whenever you're going into a room or up the stairs. But in general, it's not too bad, because in a lot of the cases, the enemies here kind of hesitate a bit, so you oftentimes get the drop on them first. Narcos. I hate this mission so much. Because first off, I've never, as you can see, I'm pretty sure that says I have an E on it, which is the bare minimum to pass. Do you want to know why? My first, I think, 8 attempts to finish this mission ended in spectacular failure, because the houses, easy to clear, but then in the backyards of these houses where they're all connected, it's a bunch of giant plywood fences that the enemies somehow seem to know where you are and start shooting you through them. And there's nothing you can do. And there are civilians running around that you have to manage at the same time. And even worse, this one guy, he's a friendly. He doesn't help you, of course. But he's all bloodied up, and this might have been fixed a while ago, I don't know. Because this is also a glitch I had happen in the one with the tiny little house with the bombs. The first one. Now, which one was it? Lethal Obsession. That's the one. It's like that, but this map, it was so much more annoying, because on Lethal Obsession, the guy was just stuck in a wall, and after a while, I managed to get my guys to grab him. I couldn't do it myself, but I got them to. This guy, they couldn't even, mess with him. That was the only time I've managed to successfully get to the end of this mission with bringing control to chaos, and he's just kind of there, and nobody can touch him. I can bop him, I can poke him, I can do everything, but I can't, put the cuffs on him to end it, so I end up just pulling out a gun and just blowing his head off. Which I don't want to do, but sad. So it's an evil mission. This mission, I loved it. It was so fun. I'll be honest, out of, which in base game ready or not, I already said grease bombs? No, iron? I always forget the name of it. Yeah, no, it's Rust Belt. Rust Belt, by far my favorite, followed by Carriers of the Vine. Favorite 2 maps, easily. Then followed up with a third of gas, the gas station, Buy Cheap, Buy Twice, I believe. Or something. No, Thank You, Come Again is what the mission is. This mission, Lawmaker. It's just the best. It's so cool. It's not overly difficult. The enemies are hostile. They have good weapons. They can find you pretty quickly. And there's a lot of wide open areas where you can really get messed up if you aren't careful. But they kind of spread these areas out to where you know what you're going to be walking into before you walk in. And that gives you kind of like an even advantage. Like, there's a difference between walking into one of these rooms without any preparation and going, oh hey, that's gonna be an open area just because of how this house is set up. And I just love it. It's a pretty average width map, but it's got 3 stories. And there's one place where people can shoot you from the lower floor, so do watch out for that. But all in all, besides that one little place, and there's also a set of stairs that kind of like curves, a spiral staircase, where you can be shot from the ground floor. So, yeah, those are the 2 main details that are dangerous, but besides those, it's actually surprisingly easy. Then we got one I have 2 out of the 3 missions because I have not yet beat Leviathan. I've been trying since this game came out on PlayStation. And also, here's the new DLC. I'll get into that soon. Anyway, Dark Waters. Mirage at Sea. Fun mission. I really liked it. Only downside is that the hostiles started taking and killing hostages like they do an elephant. It's annoying. Like, I don't like it at all. I don't like the you gotta be faster they start killing people, because that just leads to the problem of, okay, I've cleared this place, and I've cleared this place, and I've cleared this place. Where's the last guy? And then you just see that he finds someone and shoots him dead. It's so frustrating. I will say, if it wasn't for that, I'd love this mission. And so far, it is my technical favorite. I love this map, but it's so hard. There's also, now that I'm kind of thinking about it... Oh, sorry. Wrong button. Now that I'm really thinking about it... Yeah, actually, the second mission in all these DLCs... Actually, no, that one was really easy and fun. That one's hard, though. That one is a challenge. But for the first 2 DLCs, the second mission, in my opinion, is the hardest. I haven't gotten to the last one yet on this one, but that is because Leviathan is just uncannily hard. It's a giant oil rig, pitch black half the time. Like, it's pitch black in the worst areas, too. Like, on the main deck, you have pretty decent visibility. Inside, you have pretty decent visibility, but around the corners and stuff, you just can't see a thing. It's horrible. And there are multiple places where you can start getting shot from under guardrails, through windows, around small doorways that you can hardly see. It is a difficult map. And I believe after this is a mission called 3-Letter Triad or something. I have not seen it. I've not seen the map. I've not played it. I want to. Since I've learned that that map exists, I've decided to beat Leviathan eventually. I'm going to continue to try it every day, at least 2 or 3 times, which is what this episode will be once I get through with the tips that I know. But yeah, a lot of dangerous stuff here. Also, this mission, these 2 missions made me think that this was a 2-set as well, which is why I kind of never really decided to really hunker down and beat Leviathan. Because I did this, and I was like, oh man, I can't try. What's the next DLC? Beat them, because I really like the second one. And yeah, pretty fun. But anyway, moving on to Hunger Strike. It's a really easy mission. It's very similar to Thank You Come Again, I think. Pretty similar context too, but instead of just random thugs robbing it, it's like a couple of runaway cartel members, I believe, trying to rob the place before they get a big run. There is only one place that I considered really dangerous, and it's because the dumbest thing. So as you can see barely on the left of the screen, there's this little tower-ish kind of segment that goes up. Why a chicken store needs one, I don't know. But whenever you go up these stairs, you find 2 big problems. Typically up there are 2 to 3 people with fully automatic weaponry, so you get tore pretty quickly, pretty fast. If it's not automatic, it's shotguns, which will rip you apart from that close range. And problem 2, if you decide to just take your friends up there, which also the reason why I have it so high now is because I thought, people die whenever I try to push this. What if I just yeet a bunch of flashbangs up? It works a lot. It works very well, actually. But, yeah, the push up there, I don't know if it still is, because last time I played this was a while ago. It was glitched to where they tried to push up, they got stuck and just stopped moving, and where they stopped moving was where the enemies could see like 2 of the guys mid-push. They couldn't shoot back because their guns were too low. So they just sat there and just took it to the chin. It was really sad, honestly, because I couldn't push up past them to save them. And whenever I tried this, I was trying my the beanbag shotgun again, just to like see if like, cause this is the time whenever I decided like, especially after Leviathan, I was like, oh man, maybe I should switch it up. Maybe the flashbangs aren't the way to go anymore. They still are. I just got really unlucky. Then, out of the Los Sueños Stories one, this mission, Stolen Valor, is my favorite. It's also the hardest of the missions, because it's a giant, I believe, 3 to 4 story building. I think it's 3, but it could be 4. It's very tight-knit rooms. There are door bombs. The enemies have... Okay, so the rooms themselves, not that bad to clear. They're actually really easy. Backyard, pretty dangerous just because you got the stairs going all the way up to the top. It's another entry point if you need. You can either choose to go through one of the 2, I think. No, it's only 1, but it's like split between left side and right side of the building. Sorry for my bit of confusion there. But, so either you go in the front door and you're met with a giant staircase going up. Good luck. And then if you go through the back, you're met with another giant staircase going up, both in full view of everyone who might be on the ground or on the next level. And, yeah. It's not great. But I really enjoyed this mission, because that's, like, after Hunger Strike, whenever I got my flashbangs back and I started going back into it, this mission was so easy and fun, and I liked, like, just the general aesthetic of it. Because it felt like I was doing a house raid, and I had to clear the whole apartment building because we didn't know who it was. And it turned out that some of these walls were busted down, so other people were involved. It was great. So, that last map, Stairways. This map, it's all very dangerous. It's a weird map, because it feels super closed off, but the enemies can see you from considerably far away, which gives them a great opportunity to start taking pot shots. So cool. And outside is just dangerous in general, right? But it's manageable. It took me 2 or 3 tries to get, I think that's an A. But there's one place where if you're running multiplayer or you're doing a solo run, good luck. It's a giant haunted house. You need the flashlight for it because for some weird reason, the night vision just doesn't work in there. It doesn't. The only dark place on this map, the night vision just doesn't work. I tried both the green and the normal. They don't. It's horrible. And it's so bad because if they're in the haunted house, your only real hope is to either send your team in and hope they do well enough, or walk through and just launch a flash grenade at every corner and door that you open or see. That is, if you even see them, and even if that happens, there's a possible chance you flash someone, they get down without saying a word, and you walk by, they get up and just shoot you in the back. Because, fun fact, all the bad guys in this mission are wearing black police uniforms. So if they're in that haunted house, you don't see them. Which, this game did get a new update related to the DLC, so maybe they fixed that. Hopefully they fixed it. All Gods Burn, I loved this mission. It was so cool. And it's one of the few occasions where I got an S rank on the first go. Actually, I think that might be an S rank there. Or some rank, I can't see. But this was a guaranteed S rank. And so far, it was my favorite mission. Just because this one, terrorist attack at a pier. Pretty basic. This one, terrorist attack at a building like this. This one, bank robbery while there's a bunch of people rioting. Like, as you spawn in and you walk to the front door, you see a line of police, like, pushing on rioters to get them back. Because the rioters don't know that there's a bank robbery in progress, and they think we're being sent in to silence and censor the protesters. It's crazy. I love it. Because you can't hardly tell who's hostile and who's not. And some of the non-hostile characters that get down instantly have guns and knives. So you really don't know. Which I don't know if they actually shoot. Maybe they do. But I haven't seen... I haven't seen any of the non-hostile shoot yet. They could. I don't know. But, who knows. Anyway, this one. I haven't beaten it, but I have gotten close. I made it to the last room where I expected there to be a fight. I opened the door to get immediately headshot, and that kind of made me angry, and I haven't played it since. But really the only big dangerous areas are the first hallway, just because there's a few windows, and just pushing into that area feels so sketchy. Also, be careful in the rooms here. Unlike the other maps, almost all the other maps, I said the inside close quarters areas are the safe places. They're the easy places. This is all dangerous. Because in those close quartered areas, there are places where they can hide around tiny little nooks and crannies, where if you aren't ready for them, or if you think you cleared them, like for me, I'm on a tiny little TV, so sometimes I miss details. Like, you can probably tell that by me saying, like, I can't see what these letters are. They might both be S's. I don't know. Well, I know this one is an S, but I don't know about that one. I can't see. Because I'm on a tiny TV. So, if you have trouble seeing, yeah, it'll be fun, to say the very least. But, yeah. Besides that, really good. Really fun. Outside of that, the stairwells are pretty dangerous because they mostly open up into big open areas. Then you got this room, which, despite how I said that with how it sounded like I was going to take off, isn't that bad. But that is because of a slight caveat to what I'm about to say. The people from this room, whenever you get up there, breach the door to your room. So as you show up, they straight up kick the door in, flashbang, and start shooting you guys. It's crazy. And then if you manage to get that, you I believe you activate a bomb that goes off in 2 minutes for you to rush from there to the second floor, which, going up those stairs, horrible. The time I got up there, I think I had 4 or 5 different guys up there, all waiting. Got lucky I had flashbangs and I expected there to be people, so I preemptively flashbanged, pushed up. The one person was left and I took them down. I did that surprisingly easy. But then I kept pushing, got to the final room, which is a room with a big guy with a flower hat. Yeah. I opened the door, feeling a little cocky, after clearing that last room so easily, and I took a headshot. And that leads me to my final statement to this game. No matter how prepared you are for any of these maps, like you could be super good at navigating any of these, but whether you're on the hardest mission like Leviathan, which I don't know if it's the hardest, and I will also say I don't have any information for, I think it's the 3-letter triad because I don't have it yet. Whether you're on both of those, just remember one thing. One bullet to the head and you're dead. Sometimes, like my favorite time ever, I was playing with my friend. We were on 23 megabytes a second. This is whenever he was here with me trying to help me get S ranks on everything. Well, I was helping him because we both wanted to kind of do it. And I was wearing a shield. This is whenever, before we tried any of the flashbangs and stuff. Yeah, it was a little cringe. But still, we got there. I took so many shots with the shield that I couldn't see past it. And I thought we were clear because the bullets stopped coming. So I dropped it, stood up, and then I just started getting pelted as like 2 dudes, I believe, with Uzis came up the stairwell and just lit me up. It took my buddy and me a good 3 or 4 seconds to take him down. The whole time I was being bloodied and battered. That is the time we actually managed to get the S rank. Which also, I don't know if it says I have an S rank. Which it should, because I have S rank on Thank You Come Again all the way to Sinus Trail. Because that's whenever me and my friend stopped trying to get the S ranks. Yeah, that's when my friend gave up, right outside of some of the fun missions. Like, he really gave up on... yeah, I'd say, I bet he'd give up again on Greased Palms. Hate that mission. But yeah, if you're wearing armor like I am, I wear the heavy armor class, you can take a lot. All it takes is one headshot. You're done. That's it. And I was planning on trying a Leviathan attempt for you guys, but we are at 20 minutes. And my friend is apparently back on and wants to play Hunt Showdown. So, sadly, I will be leaving you guys here. But I promise tomorrow I will play the Leviathan mission. I promise. Before I do anything else, I will play the Leviathan mission, and I will also do some more Resident Evil. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and I hope these help, even though I know there's one mission I can't help you with. So here's hoping any of what I said helps at all. And good luck.